Good morning, everybody. My name is Crystal Holloman, a digital anchor here with News 10. And right now we are going to take you to the city of Detroit, where multiple agencies, multiple law enforcement agencies are speaking on the partnership with the NFL on security ahead of the draft, which is next week in Detroit. So we're going to listen in right now.
Mike Bouchard, Oakland County Sheriff.
Good morning, Jason Bellaire, Chief of Windsor Police Service, across the board of Canada.
Good morning, Commander Jason Cabral, Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
Good morning, Elvin Barrett, Chief of Police, City of Southfield.
Good morning, Commander Matthew Fulgenzi, Detroit Police.
Good morning, Charles Fitzgerald, Assistant Chief of Police in Detroit.
Issa Shaheen, Dearborn Police Department.
Police Chief.
Good morning, Anthony Hope, Chief of Police, Wayne State University.
Good morning, John Morris, Chief Patrol Agent, U.S. Border Patrol, Detroit Sector.
Good morning, Lieutenant Kyle Rivera, Coast Guard Sector, Detroit.
All right, I invite everyone to take a seat. Again, good morning, and thank you all for being here today. We're here to talk about the team effort that is going to make this draft event a safe one. I want to thank, first and foremost, the men and women of the Detroit Police Department. I will tell you, every single one of them will be working these 3 days. We call it a restricted day. We're all very excited for this event, and certainly we still have neighborhood policing to do, and that's one of the reasons that everyone is working, so we can continue to be committed to servicing runs in our neighborhoods. We're confident in our plan, which is built on our experiences managing large crowds such as Beyonce and the Taylor Swift concerts, the fireworks, the Lions, all the things that we did and do routinely, the Thanksgiving Day parade. So we learn from that. We pull information from the management of large crowds in and around our city, and certainly we look at best practices and our partners for assistance. I've thanked our partners already. I want to thank them publicly again for their commitment to this endeavor. As you see here, there's a tremendous number of agencies represented, and this doesn't represent all of them. This is certainly a tremendous undertaking. I want to now turn to our partners to talk about this collaboration, starting with Commissioner Sims, and then I will come up and ask or answer any questions that you may have. Commissioner Sims from the Detroit Fire Department.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chief White. And once, just want to echo what Chief White said. We are very excited to be a partner in the NFL draft experience. We are well prepared. Just to let the citizens of Detroit know, we will still have the same allotment for the citizens of Detroit that we always have, the 47 fire companies and the 42 to 44 ambulances. We will have additional resources on the footprint or in the footprint of the NFL draft. We're going to have 4 stationary medical tents. We're going to add an additional 6 ambulances. We will have our fire inspectors out and patrolling during the time of the NFL draft experience, just to make sure that all restaurants and bars are complying with the capacity restrictions. So other than that, just want to say thanks again, Chief White and the other partners. We're looking forward to the NFL draft experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Again, this is a tremendous undertaking. Our local, state, and federal partners are involved in this. The planning stages, which we started over a year ago, we looked at other agencies that have hosted this event. We learned from them. We learned how early they had to start in preparation. We started very early, well over a year ago, identifying some areas of opportunity, learning from them, downloading all the good, the bad, the not so great, and really building our plan off of what they have done. Also, we've got a tremendous relationship with the Michigan State Police. I don't think it's ever been better, and they're committed to this endeavor as well. But they're also committed to helping us police our city, which they've done a phenomenal job of, whether it be air support, K-9, they've been there for us. And at this time, I'd like to bring up Colonel Grady to talk about their commitment to this effort.
Thank you, Chief White. It is wonderful to be here standing alongside Chief White, the Detroit Police Department, and our federal partners. You know, the MSP is committed to the city of Detroit. We want to ensure that those that are attending the draft are safe and secure. With that, the Michigan State Police will be providing at least 50 troopers daily to this detail. In addition to that, we will have other resources such as our K-9, our bomb squad, our emergency support team, and any other resources that's needed to keep people safe as they enjoy the draft party. The other thing I wanted to touch on is MSP is deeply committed to making sure that we monitor everything that goes on here, not only in the city of Detroit, but in the state of Michigan. And so our Michigan Intelligence Operations Center, our other fusion centers here in the Detroit area, we will be monitoring consistently everything that we can to make sure that we communicate effectively with our partners, that if there is a potential threat, we can respond appropriately. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to the next speaker, or back to Chief White. But thank you for your time this afternoon. Looking forward to a safe NFL draft. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. Partnerships have no borders, and we pride ourselves as we've worked through our crime strategy outside of the draft in our collaboration and our partnership. So none of these folks are strangers to the Detroit Police Department. As I bring up Sheriff Washington has been a phenomenal partner. We partner on the drag racing and the drifting, which is a big issue for us. We're going to continue to do that this summer. But there are a number of other opportunities that we take to partner. So I want to thank you as you come forward to say a few words about this endeavor.
Thank you, Chief. One band, one sound. One band, one sound. We will be working together in this effort to make sure that the 300,000 plus people who will come to this area to enjoy the NFL draft, that they are safe and protected, and that we serve them in the proper way that we know how. As the Colonel has already said, and the Chief, the resources that the Wayne County Sheriff's Office will be providing is a lot, it's plentiful. We will be in uniform, out about in the area, making sure that the people see us, that they feel protected. And where they don't see us, they should know that we're still there, if you know what I'm saying. So we will be out there in numbers. We have about 70 or so deputies that will be around the footprint of the NFL draft, and we're confident that those that are coming to have a good time, they will, and they will be feel protected. So the contingency that we have and the agencies that are here to assist, we're going to be working as one, and I'm sure that we're going to get the job done. So come out and feel protected and have a good time, because we will be here to serve. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheriff Washington. After each event that we've strategized with, whether it be our tabletop exercises, I've received a number of texts. One of those texts is from Sheriff Bouchard of Oakland County, who has said to me, whatever you need, we're there. We're committed to bringing resources. Lean on us. We're here to support this event. So as Sheriff Michael Bouchard comes forward, I just want to say thank you for your support.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you and a pleasure to be involved with the Chief and all these great partners. You know, one thing we know is that we can't do anything alone in this business. We're all under-resourced. All of us are trying to hire and fill gaps that we have, and so we need to lean on each other to cover those gaps and to help each other with large-scale events. I mean, for example, we can't do what we do at Dream Cruise when you got 1 million people coming to town without all of our partners. And so coming together is important for the safety of the community. And if it's my problem, it's their problem. And if it's their problem, it's my problem. That's how we work. You know, a lot of the things you see on TV, the movies, you know, oh, those darn feds, or oh, those darn state, or oh, that doesn't happen here. If we have anything going on, criminals and other folks don't respect borders, so we have to work across those borders, and we do so seamlessly. So we're happy to be here and happy to support.
Sheriff Bouchard gave me the perfect lead-in talking about borders. We certainly cross all city borders to work together, but Detroit is unique. We have an international border right here in our backyard, and so this event, already being an international event, creates a unique opportunity for us with our international partners. And coming up next is Chief Bellaire of the Windsor Police Department, and again, thank you and your team for your support.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason Bellaire. I'm the Chief of Police at the Windsor Police Service across the border. I'm pleased to be here, honored to be here in fact, alongside our esteemed colleagues of law enforcement and public support agencies across the region. I especially want to thank Chief White for the invitation today. Truly grateful for his partnership that precedes this particular event, I assure you. As you mentioned, the relationship between Windsor and Detroit is unique. It's historic and it's tremendously valued. And many of us live and work and play in the region and cross the borders quite freely. And because of that, we have a long-standing relationship and partnership, and we collaborate regularly for different events. And there's no Canadian community that I'm aware of that has a stronger connection to the United States than the city of Windsor. And we're very proud of that. We're aware that Detroit regularly stages world-class events. And we are confident that Chief White, his leadership team, and the federal, state, and local agencies that are here are going to ensure that's a safe event, staged safely for everybody. For our part in Windsor, people should know that they're free to travel to our city to enjoy the great amenities that Windsor has during this event as part of this regional collaboration. And we are certainly happy to be invited and happy to be integrated into the security strategies for the event. And we're looking forward to watching the event, and personally I'm looking forward to some good draft picks, so thank you.
Thank you. This time we're going to shift to our federal partnerships. Acting Special Agent in Charge Reuben Coleman will be coming up to say a few words. And again, as we fight crime throughout our city, and we've enjoyed some of the success that we've had most recently, and I will always say we are not done fighting crime in the city of Detroit. Our numbers are promising, but we're not going to lose our balance, patting ourselves on the back. We still have a lot of work to do, a lot of crime to fight, but we could not be where we are without these state, local, and federal partnerships as it relates to day-to-day crime fighting. FBI has been an amazing partner, whether it be with their crime lab, information that they brought to us to help us solve crime in our city. And at this time, as he comes up, I just want to say publicly thank you for your support.
Good morning. My name is Acting Special Agent in Charge Reuben Coleman, and I'm here representing the FBI Detroit Field Office on behalf of our Special Agent in Charge, Xavier Gibson. The FBI stands with Chief White and the Detroit Police Department as we help secure the safety and security of the NFL Draft and all attendees. The FBI is integrated with DPD's command structure, as well as identifying and mitigating any known threat streams. We are also providing assistance through our specialty teams, such as our SWAT teams, bomb techs, hazmat teams, weapons of mass destruction, and more. DPD has done a tremendous job in coordinating the necessary resources to keep everyone safe. The NFL Draft will be a fantastic event for the city, and the FBI stands committed towards working with our state, local, and federal law enforcement partners. Thank you.
We're getting there, but I want to make sure we give everybody an opportunity to express their part of this plan. No better partner have I had since being chief is ATF Special Agent in Charge James Deir. Committed to crime gun intelligence, our NIBIN, and all the things guns in the city of Detroit, connecting them to crimes outside of this event on a day-to-day basis. Again, as it comes forward, I just want to say thank you for your commitment to the city and this partnership.
Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jim Deir. I'm Special Agent in Charge for ATF Michigan. I would like to echo a couple comments made here today by Sheriff Bouchard. This effort is synonymous with one team, one fight. That is what our processes have been. There has been no one gets judged on a bad idea. They get judged on their good ideas, right? And this team has been phenomenal in the amount of preparation that has been given to the city of Detroit to make sure our citizens are safe. And with regards to our citizens, what better venue for the NFL than to highlight Detroit? The grit, the strength, the blue-collar work ethic of this city is personified with this team. It's one team, one fight, and that's what we do. ATF is proud to be a partner of the Detroit Police Department. I think for the last 6 years, ATF has looked at Detroit and said, your problems are our problems, much like all of our state and local partners here when it comes to gun violence. With regards to the NFL, we have flown in our canine teams from across the country, our explosive accelerant canines. We have also have the Michigan ATF SRT tactical team on standby for this event. And we've got agents and our Crime Gun Intelligence Center that has been monitoring social media for any type of threats. And I would encourage the public, if you see something, say something. If somebody's planning just to come down to the draft and promote chaos or promote drama, if you see it or you hear about it, say something. There is an open venue with the FBI, their intelligence center, or the Michigan State Police, world-renowned intelligence centers, or our Crime Gun Intelligence Center. Again, it's all hands on deck from an intelligence perspective, and we are monitoring, and we know who the bad actors are, and Detroit's not a place for you. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. This time I'd like to bring up the Homeland Security Acting Special Agent in Charge, Shawn Gibson, to talk about any threats that we may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief White. Good morning. Like you said, my name is Shawn Gibson. I'm the Acting Special Agent in Charge for Homeland Security Investigations here that serves Michigan and Ohio. I'd like to highlight the significant teamwork and commitment to public safety that you see here today. Like many of our fellow law enforcement partners, we are dedicated a wide variety of special agents, criminal analysts, and support personnel to ensure that this event is safe and fun for all. I'd also like to draw attention to the fact that this, like any other major event across the country, can bring unscrupulous characters to the area that may seek to further their criminal enterprises. Events like this provide a platform to increase awareness for potential crimes like human trafficking. Our agents have been hard at work with our partners to ensure that the frontline personnel, including hotel and service industry staff, are aware of indicators of human trafficking and specifically sex trafficking. We need your assistance to make sure that we help to rescue any potential victims and ask that you remain vigilant and report any suspected crime to law enforcement immediately. I look forward to this event and serving as a shining example of what the city offers, and have a safe and fun event.
Thank you. And before we take any questions, just a couple more thank yous. I want to thank our fire marshal, who has worked tirelessly to ensure fire safety is on the forefront of this event. As we bring this many people to a confined area, they'll have to move around and be safe in doing so. I don't think he's present now, but his work has been tireless, and he's part of our planning stage. I want to thank my right hand on this project, who I could not do it without, and that's Assistant Chief Charles Fitzgerald, who has worked tirelessly putting together our deployment strategy, identifying where we're going to have officers visible and where we're going to have officers not so visible. Which is very important to this program. This is a gun-free, weapons-free event. CPL or otherwise, you are not to bring a weapon into this event. This is the entire footprint. On the outside of the footprint will be monitored for weapons. And that strategy, again, I've been assisted with Assistant Chief Fitzgerald, our Crime Intelligence Center, and we will be looking for anyone who's in violation of that. And then finally, Commander Fugenzi, who has served as the champion of this project, who has had many sleepless nights, because I know I call him around midnight, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and whenever I feel like it, to talk about where we are with the strategy. And he's nice enough to answer phone most of the time and give me the answers that I'm looking for. So we are committed. We are excited for our city. We are on an international stage. And I'm excited for the city of Detroit to show the world that we are prepared, both with law enforcement and community, to have a safe and welcoming event. And with that, we'll take any questions.
Hi, I had George Hunter, Detroit News. I had two questions. The first one is, in terms of sheer numbers, this event's going to be significantly fewer people, 300,000, than the million or so we get for the fireworks. So I wonder if you could articulate why the fact that this is an everyone's going to be watching, and that raises the terror level or the concerns about that. Or why, just open-ended question, why so much more resources for fewer people?
Well, first and foremost, safety. But the unique thing about this event, I mean, we've hosted large events, and they have a start and stop point that's usually a few hours. When we look at the fireworks, and the fireworks that comes in around 500,000 to 700,000 the last few years with personnel, and they're all there for a 1 hour event, or well, 35-minute event where most of everyone's looking up at the sky, and at the end of that 35-minute display, people leave. This is a 3-day event, and this is an event, you know, we know that the Thursday night part of it is the big event, but it's also parts of it that bring in more people for the NFL experience. And there will be people that come in that just want to walk around and be part of it and not necessarily even see the draft. You also have to look at where we're located. You know, when we looked at Las Vegas and we looked at Kansas City, and the other venue escapes me at this point. But the unique thing about Detroit is we've got Chicago next door. We've got, you know, we're not, 8 hours from Washington. You got Green Bay. These are big football towns, and we anticipate seeing those numbers flood the city of Detroit for all 3 days and participate in the event. So it's a unique event because of the volume, but it's more unique because it's a 3-day event. I hope that answers your question.
It did a little bit, but I'm just wondering, is the actual prominence of the event, is that up the concerns about security, that if someone does want to make a splash, they would want to do so while everybody's looking, that kind of thing? Is that?
I mean, that's certainly something that we talk about. I mean, Homeland Security just talked about that. I mean, certainly those who are looking to move their nefarious acts forward and make a name for themselves. We're acutely aware of that, and we'll be monitoring for that type of behavior and those types of threats. But also, again, the sheer volume and the number of days. I mean, you're talking 3 days where people will be coming in. And understand this, there are people who are specifically coming in at a particular time to see their draft pick, right? So you'll have a flood of people on day 1, but then you'll have some day 2 folks that'll be coming in. So it'll be a very fluid process. The numbers will change day to day, and it creates a unique opportunity to police.
Second question on, sorry, as a follow-up to this first. Was there any other time when the Illich folks and Rock folks allowed you access to, I know they did during the Democrat debates, that's not usual, is it, for them to allow you access to their cameras?
You know, this is about safety, and we have a number of situations, whether it be through search warrant or in the furtherance of an investigation where we have accessed those cameras.
But in real time as well?
In real time? I don't know specifically how many times we have access to our cameras, but I know this isn't the first event.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We're going to do a picture, too. Let's do a picture real quick? Yes. Let's do a picture.
All right, well, that ended a little bit earlier than we thought it would. We're going to have more on the commitment from law enforcement in and around the city of Detroit coming up a little bit later on News 10 at 5 p.m. Hope to see you then.